Let's make a snake lure. I'll show you what it might look like. I'll try to make it as realistic as possible. And of course, it's going to be multiple segments. I'll be making it out of this 5/8 dowel. And I'll use the lathe to taper it down from head to tail. I'll get a nice sand finish before I move on to marking where I want to make the cuts, so that I can cut out all the segments. And I'll cut all those little snake sausages out, and then we'll start working on the head. That's a little more complicated because it's bulkier and it has a bend in it, but we'll get it done. First, I take most of the meat off this chunk of wood. Then I start to hone in on the finished shape, or at least a rough finished shape. And with that rough shape, I can now sand it down to a finer, more complete shape. Now we can get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's assembled. First, we've got to do a little bit of detail work. Then we get to work on the joints. They're going to be knuckle joints, so hollow on the front section and then a point on the back section. And they'll fit in pretty nicely like a knuckle. Now we got to add a little bit of weight to the head so it doesn't flop over on us. I'll fill that hole with some UV resin, hit it with the UV light, and then give it a little bit of sanding to get it nice and smooth. And it's time to assemble all the pieces. First I drill the holes for the hinge pins and install the hinge pin hooks. And then I slip it all together and I end up with a nice fluid movement. Looks pretty natural. It's time to get painting. I'm going to give all the pieces a base coat of opaque white. Once that's all done, I'll hang them all up and let them dry. Then we'll get started on the darker paint, some dark brown over the white, so that I can then give the head some larger scale patterns with a light brown. Then I'll go to a smaller pattern for the whole body, same color, light brown. Then of course, snake eyes. And I gave it a satin clear coat finish to protect the paint. Now we just need to put these hooks on and throw it in the water.